তোমার ওইদিকে রয়েছে তো আমি
So this is the experiment which we are going to perform today virtually. It's difficult to understand all these things virtually, but nothing to do. We have to understand in virtual mode itself. Okay, so the title of the experiment is separation of losses of a DC machine. Okay, so I think you have the instruction sheet for this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the instruction sheet for experiment number 7, that is 7 of losses of a DC machine. So we know that in a DC machine there are different type of losses such as armature copper loss, field copper loss, core loss or iron loss, and windage and bearing friction loss, gas friction loss. So there are different things, different type of components in losses. So we will separate one by one, and how to separate all these losses by doing some experiments that we will learn today. Okay, so before that we should have some background of these losses, how these losses occurred, and what are the things on which these losses are dependent. Okay, so that we should understand clearly. Now if we take the armature copper loss, okay, so armature copper loss, on which it depends, anyone?
Armature resistance.
Okay, but the armature resistance doesn't change for a machine.
Armature current.
Armature current. Is there any other name for this armature current?
The load current.
Load current. So armature current is basically referred as a load current. So that means armature copper loss is basically load dependent loss. So if we want to evaluate the armature copper loss, then no load operation will not be sufficient, isn't it? No load operation means the machine will rotate freely. There will be no load on this machine, no mechanical load on the machine. Okay. And the field copper loss. Field copper loss depends on the current, rated current, which must flows through the field coil, field winding. Okay. Then the core loss. Core loss depends on what? First, the thing is why we can get the core loss in case of a DC machine, because we know that core loss is basically frequency dependent, isn't it? So, what are the two core losses? Anyone?
Hysteresis loss and
eddy
error.
current. Hysteresis loss. Hysteresis and eddy current loss.
And all these two losses are mainly frequency dependent loss. Am I right?
You are inaudible, sir.
I'm not audible. I'm asking that these two losses are frequency dependent.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Understood. Anyway, but I'm trying to. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am asking that these two losses, eddy current and hysteresis loss, that you mentioned under the core loss, these two losses are frequency dependent mainly, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Then why we should expect some core losses in case of DC machine, because the DC machine is basically DC current related to the DC current, isn't it? And DC flux.
Main input and the output will be the DC, but inside there will be AC current. And by commutator, we get the DC only.
বলো আরেকবার।
Main input and the output will be the DC in case of a DC machine, but inside the DC machine there will be AC current, and by commutator we get the DC current. So there will be the core losses.
The core loss doesn't depend on the current, no?
Sir, it depends on the frequency, and the frequency in turn depends upon the speed. F is equal to Pm by 120.
স্যার ম্যাগনেটিক ফ্লাক্স যেটা আছে ওইটার ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি কি এটা? তাহলে তো স্যার পড়বে, কারণ ওটা ঘুরছে যেহেতু সেটা ম্যাগনেটিক ফ্লাক্সটা তো চেঞ্জ, ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি তো ওখানে আমরা পাবো স্যার ম্যাগনেটিক ফ্লাক্সের কারেন্টের থেকে পাবো।
That means where we'll get the core losses? There are several parts.
Rotor, sir.
Rotor has different components. Rotor has shaft, rotors have commutator, riser, armature winding, slot, armature core, etc.
স্যার ইয়ে যেহেতু এটা ম্যাগনেটিক
core, sir.
হ্যাঁ পড়ে পাবো না, ওখানে ম্যাগনেটিক সার্কিট।
That means the rotor core. When because now you are going for the internship interviews, intensive viva বসছে, and the next year you have to sit for the this thing that when you are being asked some questions, you should be specific in your answers. Don't be casual. Okay, so when we are saying about the core losses basically occurred in iron parts. Okay, so in the rotor there are several iron parts. Mainly the thing which are interested in, that is the rotor core, and you know that rotor cores are we have to reduce the core losses in rotor. Now there we have some magnetic flux reversal, because the rotor rotates continuously. Okay, and the magnetic flux reversal, that depends on the speed. As Ahona mentioned, that the frequency of magnetic flux reversal is a function of speed, and that is given by very well known formula, F equals to Pn by 2 small n, that is RPS, or if you express in capital N, that is RPM, then it will be F equals to P capital N by 120. Okay, so that is the thing for which we get the variable frequency in flux. Okay, and therefore we can get a speed dependent core loss in case of a DC machine. Why speed dependent? Though the core losses are mainly frequency dependent, but here the frequency itself depends on the speed. So basically the core losses will be speed dependent. So during the report writing, we'll draw some curve of core loss versus speed, and we'll see that what are the relation actually between the core loss and different core losses and the speed. Now the fourth one is windage and bearing loss, bearing friction loss. Now what is this? So I should ask somebody else. Just a minute. I should ask Ishika Ghosh.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is windage and bearing friction loss as given in that fourth point?
Uh, no, sir.
You are in third year. You should know this. Already machine 3 you are studying in this semester. If you don't know what is windage bearing friction loss, okay. Abhishek Ghoshal. Abhishek Ghoshal. No. Not responding at all. Kollol Dotto. Yes, sir. Can you tell me what is this? What is windage and bearing friction losses?
Windage loss is the losses due to the air friction of the rotating armature, and so friction loss is bearing friction is the friction loss due to friction of the bearings in the machine.
Bearing and what? Between bearing and what? Between which two things we get this friction?
So bearing and armature.
Armature means armature winding, armature core, or what? What is the thing
Armature
on
core.
which the bearing is
Armature core.
directly connected?
Armature core.
Shaugato,
Yes, sir.
so what is the connection between this bearing and other part of the rotor?
Uh, sir,
Bearing frictions we get between bearings and what? Because friction is always between two things, isn't it?
sir, I think it is between the it is between the bearing and the uh, armature shafts.
Correct. Armature shaft only, because at the two ends you have the bearings on which the shaft is gone through, isn't it? So that means bearing friction is between the shaft and the rotor shaft and the bearing. So there are different types of bearings like bush bearing, ball bearing, journal bearing, etc. And windage, as he mentioned, that windage is basically the air friction loss. So if we can make the rotor shape more uniform, okay, so then we can reduce the windage losses. But we'll see what are the things on which this windage and bearing loss, friction loss depend. Next is the brush friction loss. You know that brush is also brush is basically a stationary part, but there is a contact between brush and which part of the machine? Commutator. Now always there is a pressure on this commutator by this brush, isn't it? Now I should ask somebody else. Shirupa Dotto.
Yes, sir.
Now how much pressure is maintained on the commutator by this brush? Approximately.
Sir, I don't know.
typical pressure which is maintained on the brush on the commutator by the brush? You don't know?
No.
Okay. Rishabh Borua?
Yes, sir. Sir, I also don't know the pressure.
Okay. So almost this is 1 kg force. Force is maintained on that, and pressure depends on the area of the brush. Okay. Generally, 1 kg force up to 1 kg force is maintained. I'm saying that around 1 kg force is maintained by a spring connected to the brush. Just a minute. Okay. So that is the pressure which is maintained on the commutator. Now this is the circuit diagram. From this circuit diagram, am I audible clearly now?
Yes, sir.
In the circuit diagram, how many DC machine you can say? You can see
2, sir.
2 DC machines, and how they are connected?
By a suck, sir. So mechanically coupled.
Mechanically coupled. Okay. And thing which is between these two machines are here identical. I will show that in the actual setup. And the coupling, there are different types of coupling available, like Lovejaw coupling and pin coupling. I think we have the pin coupling for this particular setup. Okay. So I will show that, and we have to decouple the machine in one run. Okay. Now this is the setup where 2 machines, identical DC machines, are there. Now in actual setup, both the DC machines are compound machines, though they will be run either as shunt or separately excited. Just a minute. Okay, so these 2 machines, identical machine DC machines, will be operated either in shunt excited mode or separately excited mode. That is also clear from this figure itself. Now in these 2 machines, one of the machine we will run as a motor, another machine will run as a generator. Okay. Now the machine which will run as a motor that must be connected with some starter. I think you have studied 4-point starter, 3-point starter, etc. in your decimation classes. So here we have used a 4-point starter which has 4 terminals. The terminals are named as L1, L2, A and F. So this is called the 4-point starter. 4 terminals are there. Now how this 4-point starter is connected to a DC machine. Now DC machine, you know, DC machine also has 4 terminals. Generally, if it is the shunt or separately excited motor, it has 4 terminals. So 2 terminals are for armature, that is A1 and A2, and 2 terminals are there for the field winding, F1 and F2. Okay. Now, how we will connect the starter with the motor, that is very important. So we have to concentrate in this circuit diagram. Now first, the L1, L2 terminal of the starter will be connected with the DC supply. Here we will connect 110 DC supply with a double pole, double throw DPDT switch via 2 fuses, which is shown by the curved lines. So we'll connect the L1, L2 terminal of the starter to the 110 volt DC supply. Okay, so that is the L connection of L1 and L2 terminals of the starter. Then how many terminals left? 2 terminals, A and F. Okay, so this A stands for the armature and F stands for the field. Now A terminal of the starter will be connected to A1 terminal of the motor. Okay, so A to A1. But if we connect A to A1 directly, then we cannot vary the current. We cannot measure the current. So therefore, for getting this option, varying current and measuring current, so we have to connect 2 devices in series. So these 2 devices are one rheostat and one ammeter. So therefore, the A terminal of the starter is connected with A1 terminal of the motor via a rheostat and an ammeter. So in series, we have to connect the rheostat and an ammeter. Okay, so that means A to rheostat, rheostat to ammeter, ammeter to A1. So this is the connection. Got it? Now for the field, similarly, we will connect field. The F terminal of the starter will be connected to F1 terminal of the field coil, but again in series we have to connect a rheostat and an ammeter. Got it? So similarly, as in case of armature terminal, field also connected similarly. Okay, then what we will do? We will short the other terminals of the armature and field, and then the shorted terminal we will return back to L1. So this circuit is little there is a error in this circuit. The terminal, the shorted terminal of F2 and A2 should be returned back to L1. So here it is connected to L2, but it should be L1. So that you should remember this correction. Okay, so that means the F2 and A2 will be shorted and the shorted terminal will return back to L1. So this is the complete connection for the motor. So have you understood this? How the motor is connected with the 4-point starter via some rheostat and ammeter. So let me know whether you have understood this or not. Have you understood?
Yes, sir. You are inaudible, sir, again.
When I will ask you, then you will say that I haven't understood. So that is the problem. Now you are saying you have understood, but the thing is like that. Just see, when I will ask somebody, you will say that either you are not audible, or I am not having proper connections. Okay. So Abhishek Ghoshal. Abhishek Ghoshal.
Sir, your voice is not clear. It is very hard to make out what you are saying.
Okay. So better to see this connection once again.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Can you see this? What part of the circuit he is connecting now? Can anybody tell me?
That is supply voltage.
L1 and L2.
Supply voltage to L1, L2. Correct. Now A, as I mentioned, armature A থেকে কোথায় যাবে? You see, this is a rheostat, which is kept on a table. It's a big rheostat. Big rheostat means its current rating is little higher, because you know that armature has higher current rating than the field. So that means the device which will be connected in series with the armature should have that current rating only. So therefore we have used a 5 ampere rheostat for this armature. So therefore he is connecting this particular rheostat. Now every rheostat has two fixed terminals and a variable terminal. So altogether there are 3 terminals, 2 fixed terminals and a variable terminal. So the upper 2 terminals are the fixed terminals. What he is doing, he is connecting one fixed terminal. So and variable terminal to A1. So there are 2 ammeters basically. Wrongly he was connecting, but now he has chosen another ammeter. So can you tell me what was the mistakes earlier? Why he was connecting wrongly with the other ammeter? What may be the problem? Follow?
Maybe the rating of that ammeter will be wrong, I guess.
Now, then why this ammeter?
Could you repeat your
The
question?
right one. What is the earlier ammeter kept for in this date? The other ammeterটা কারেন্ট এটা কেন রাখা আছে? Correct. So that is for the field, because the field has high resistance, because it's a shunt field. So it will have high resistance. So the current which will flow through the field winding will be less. So the current rating for the field winding ammeter must be less. Okay. So he should Now choose higher rating ammeter. So yes, switch to the other one as per the instruction of our Dipankar Da. Okay, just see how we connect all this in series. So all these two things are connected in series, the rheostat and the ammeter, and the A1 terminal is shorted. Now another connection is starting from F terminal of the starter. So this is the 4-point starter basically. Now F to the variable resistance, so that is also a rheostat, but the fixed and variable terminals already connected beforehand between these two terminals. এই যে FR লিখে arrow দেওয়া আছে, already at the back a rheostat is already connected for this FR prime. Okay, if to this variable resistance to, then where it will go?
F1.
Just see. He is connecting ammeter, whether he is doing correctly. Huh? So this variable resistance to F1, it is shown in the figure, but he is doing a different thing, that is
in series. So no problem.
correct. So that means the ammeter we can connect before the field winding or after the field winding, doesn't matter. We have to connect these two things in series. That is the required. And then F2 will be shorted. F2 is being shorted, as I mentioned, and the shorted terminal. So that means either you can bring the thing from F2 or A2. Thing is similar because both are shorted now. So he is tapping with F2 and will be returned back to L1. Is wrongly given L2 in the circuit, you have to change that. You have to correct that. So it will return back to L1. Okay. So you just see this is the connection. Now he is connecting a voltmeter across A1 and A2 to measure the voltage across the armature coil. Now for voltmeter connection, he is using much thinner conductor. Because voltmeter will draw negligible current. So therefore, thin conductors are enough for connecting a voltmeter. But the question is, why he has connected this voltmeter at the end? Now this ammeter has the reading of two ranges are basically there, 0 to 2.5 ampere and 0 to 5 ampere. You should note down this. I will not provide you the apparatus list. So you have to note down from here. So 0 to 5 ampere, 0 to 2.5 ampere, these two are the ranges. This is a DC ammeter. Automatic electric is the maker name already written there at the top. AE, automatic electric. Only the thing is the serial number. Okay, rest of the things you can see. Now the voltmeter, what are the three ranges? Can you tell me? For the voltmeter, just a minute, I will ask you. Soumodip Das, unmute.
স্যার 0 to 140 দেখা যাচ্ছে একটা, কিন্তু উপরের দুটো ততটা ক্লিয়ারলি দেখা যাচ্ছে না। তো তাও এটা যেহেতু 400 থেকে 480, তাই এটা 500, 0 থেকে 560 হবে একটা, আরেকটা হচ্ছে 0 থেকে 280, মানে 0 থেকে 140, 0 থেকে 280 আর 0 থেকে 560।
Orunim Poddar.
Sir, the bottom scale is showing 0 to 150. The middle scale is showing 0 to so the middle scale is not visible clearly, and the topmost scale is showing 0 to 450.
No.
Sorry, 0 to 600.
It is showing 140 is the last reading, 280 and then 560. Now you tell me what is the three ranges of the meter.
So can you repeat? I didn't get it.
We can see three marking at the end: 140, 280, 560. 140, 280 and 560. Now you tell me the three different ranges for the meter. No?
Sir, it is 150, 320 and 640.
Nah. 140, 300 and 600. Sorry, 150, 300 and 600. So there are three ranges. Here we can see the maker's name as well as serial number. You should note down this. So 0 to 150, 0 to 300 and 0 to 600 volts DC are the three ranges of this particular instrument. Okay. Now this is again another ammeter here, but here also we have the similar range. Okay. It is also, what is the ranges? Two ranges. Can you tell me?
0 to 2.5 and 0 to 5.
0 to 2.5 and 0 to 5.
And 0 to 5.
তাহলে এবার বলো, তাহলে কেন আগে এটাকে ইউজ করতে বারণ করা হলো? Is there any specific reason? Because both the ammeters have the similar range ratings, isn't it? I'm asking these things because when you will physically attend this experiment, this type of problem you will face or you may face. So therefore, I am asking you so that you can involve yourself in this particular experiment. So you are doing this things virtually. এটা এই কারণে হতে পারে যে এই যে ইনস্ট্রুমেন্টটা আছে এইটার যে 5 অ্যাম্পিয়ার রেঞ্জটা আছে সেটা কাটা আছে। বুঝতে পেরেছো? Though it has two ranges, but there may be some problem with the 5 ampere range for this particular. Okay, only the 2.5 ampere range is working for this particular. এই জন্যই হয়তো এই পার্টিকুলার ইনস্ট্রুমেন্টটাকে আর্মেচারের সাথে সিরিজ করা হয়েছিল। গট মাই পয়েন্ট?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so then it's okay. So we have understood the first circuit diagram that is used for the motor. Then we'll see what is the next circuit diagram which is used for the generator. Can you see once again the circuit diagram? This motor, you see the voltmeter is connected. Now I have asked one question, why he has connected voltmeter at the end? Can anybody tell me? These are all the practical things you should understand. Otherwise you will not be an engineer, you will be just a okay, just a student, graduate student, that's all. Why he has connected voltmeter at the end? মানে যে কোনো জায়গা থেকে যে কোনো সার্কিট শুরু করা যায়, যেখানে খুশি শেষ করা যায়। There is no hard and fast rule, but why he has followed this tradition? Anybody has anything in your mind? কেউ কি বলতে চাও কিছু? Now you just think, if he didn't connect the voltmeter, whether the circuit will work, whether the motor will rotate.
Yes, sir.
But if he didn't connect one of the ammeter, whether the motor will run?
No, sir.
Correct. So that means voltmeter is not an essential part of the circuit. Okay, suppose after all these connections correctly done, if the motor is not running, then first thing that you have to see that whether there is any problem in the ammeters or not. মানে অ্যামিটারে কোনো রেঞ্জ বা কোনো কয়েল কাটা আছে কিনা, বা কোনো ফিউজ ব্লো করে আছে কিনা, বুঝতে পেরেছো? কেননা ammeter যদি খারাপ, if the ammeter is faulty, then your machine may not run. But if your voltmeter is faulty, it may not show the reading, but your machine will function properly. Got my point? So that means voltmeter is connected in parallel to the meter. So therefore voltmeter is not an essential part of the circuit. If there is any problem in rheostat or in ammeter, your machine may not rotate. So that is the thing. Okay, now come to the second part of the circuit, that is the other machine which will be run as a generator. So here also, as I have mentioned, these two machines are exactly similar. So here also we have two terminals for armature and two terminals are for fields. So A1, A2 and F1, F2. But you can see that there is no connection for armature at all. Only the field winding is connected to the supply. So another supply terminal we have used for the field winding of the generator. Why? Because it's basically a separately excited mode of the DC generator. We are exciting the field by an additional voltage supply, not the voltage which will generate across the armature. We are using a separate, an additional, an extra voltage supply to excite the field winding. But here you just look at the rheostat. So we have used some rheostats for motor. Here also we are using some rheostat. Now what is the difference? Let me ask you, what is the difference in this rheostat? Subhashish Hawk, Subhashish Hawk. Subhashish Hawk, unmute yourself and speak out. Okay. Ridwan Ahmed Sheikh. Ridwan
Yes,
Ahmed Sheikh.
sir. Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the difference between earlier rheostat and this rheostat?
স্যার এর যে মুভিং পয়েন্ট এটা ফিক্সড নয়, আমরা আগের বারে যে ফিল্ডের কেসে যে রিওস্ট্যাটটা লাগিয়েছিলাম ওর মুভিং পয়েন্ট বাট এটা ফিক্সড নয়।
বুঝতে পারলাম না আমি। Rheostated তিনটে টার্মিনাল, there are 3 terminals in rheostats, 2 fixed terminals and a variable terminal. Now you tell me,
Yes, sir.
what is the
স্যার,
difference?
এখানে ভেরিয়েবল টার্মিনালটা ফিক্সড নয়, কিন্তু বাট আমরা যে আগের সার্কিটটায় ফিল্ডে যে রিওস্ট্যাটটা লাগিয়েছিলাম ওখানে দুটো টার্মিনাল ফিক্সড ছিল।
Variable terminal always it will be variable. Variable terminal will not be fixed. Variable terminal always it will be variable. The terminal that you can see at the external board, that is fixed. সেটা কি করে ভ্যারি করবে? সেটা কখনো ভ্যারি করবে, সেটা কি করে ভ্যারি করবে? আচ্ছা, আমি অ্যাকচুয়াল ফিগারটা এইটাই হচ্ছে ম্যাক্সিমাম
এটা
প্রবলেম হয়।
এর সাথে এই সিরিজে আছে আর একটার সাথে প্যারালালে আছে কানেকশনটা।
ওকে, নট এক্স্যাক্টলি। আর দেখি আর কি বলে কিনা, আর কেউ বলবে? অনুস্মিত সাহা, অনুস্মিত, পারবে না তাই তো? আচ্ছা, অহনা,
স্যার রিওস্ট্যাটের একটা টার্মিনাল মানে ফিল্ডের একটা টার্মিনালের সাথে একটা ফিক্সড টার্মিনাল লাগানো, আর একটা টার্মিনাল হচ্ছে রিওস্ট্যাটের যে মুভিং টার্মিনালটা আছে ওটার সাথে লাগানো।
actually rheostat can be used for 2 different modes. One is called the variable resistance mode, another is called the potential divider mode. So these concepts must be clear at the very beginning, at the first year level itself, because these are the very basic things. Okay, so that is the disadvantage of this virtual classes. So you don't have any concept of this practical thing. You see, the rheostats, any rheostat has 3 terminals. Now in the first circuit, that is the circuit of the motor, we connected one fixed terminal, one variable terminal. So that means another fixed terminals are not in use, is not in use. That means it's a variable resistance mode of the rheostat. Here the rheostat is giving you a variable resistance. A variable resistance is offered by the rheostat for this particular mode. But in the second case, when we are connecting for the generator, we have connected both the fixed ends of the rheostat to the supply, okay, and other two terminals we are making. We basically here 2 to 4 terminals, 2 input and 2 output terminals. 2 input terminals is connected with the 2 fixed ends of the rheostats, and the output terminals we are making by one variable end, another fixed end. Got my point? So this is basically will give you the potential divider mode. Okay, so this will give you the output voltage, input voltage and output voltage different. So output voltage will be a fraction of the input voltage because it's a potential divider. It will give you the output voltage by the voltage dividing rule, depending on the slider of the rheostat. Got my point? So এই দুটো হচ্ছে কমপ্লিট দুটো মোড অফ রিওস্ট্যাট, একটাকে বলে ভেরিয়েবল রেজিস্ট্যান্স মোড আর একটাকে বলে potential divider mode. In the second case, we are using the rheostat as a potential divider. So that means if we apply 110 volt, this side always you will get a voltage less than 110 volt, because it's not an auto transformer. So it's a potential divider, it's a resistance, variable resistance. So therefore you will get a voltage lesser than that. This maybe 100 volt, 90 volt, 50 volt, 10 volt, anything depending on position. Got my point? So this is the basic difference that you should understand. And the ammeter is connected to measure the field current which is flowing in the field. This ammeter. And again at the end we have to connect a voltmeter across the generators armature terminals to measure the open circuit voltage or no load voltage. Because why it is open circuit voltage? Because no load is connected with this generator. Okay, got it. Now go to the actual connections. So this side of the board is a different panel having different set of the DPDT switches, double throw switch, and different pair of fuses and different type of all the set of terminals. So this is the generator excitation supply. So this is the rheostat. You just see the connections of the rheostat. So these two are the fixed end. These two are the fixed end. Now fixed two ends are directly across the supply. And this is for the variable end. You see, variable end is connected there. And he is connecting an ammeter okay like this. বুঝতে পেরেছো কানেকশনটা? Is very important connection because in most of the experiments with DC we do this type of connection. ভালো করে দেখো, এই যে লাস্টে যে অ্যামিটারটা কানেক্ট করলো, why he has connected like this? Then my question is where you will get the output of the potential divider? Where you will get the output of the potential divider?
From the rheostat, sir.
No, actually in our laboratory all the connection we should made via the board only, not device to device, not instrument to instrument. That is not allowed for our laboratory. Okay, so that may be applicable for other laboratories, but for our laboratory it is not allowed. So let me tell you the connection. So we have like this. Here we have the DPDT switch. Okay, so here we have the fuses like this. Then we have these connections internally these two terminals are shorted already, but these two terminals, between these two we don't have any shorting. Got my point? এই দুটো করে টার্মিনাল করা আছে, these are shorted but these are not shorted. Again these two are shorted. So that is the standard connection of our boards, of our board panels. এই হচ্ছে standard connection. এইখানে open circuit আছে. Here we have the open circuit. Now what he has done, so he has taken a rheostat, fixed ends F1 and F2. Listen carefully. এইটা কিন্তু আর জীবনে বোঝার সুযোগ পাবে না, সুতরাং বুঝে নাও, যদি ইচ্ছা থাকে বুঝে নাও, যদি মনে হয় বুঝবো না ঠিক আছে, ইউ আর ওয়েলকাম। এই ফিক্সড এন্ডটা এখানে কানেক্ট করেছে, এই ফিক্সড এন্ডটাকে এখানে কানেক্ট করেছে, ওকে। আর যেটা ভেরিয়েবল এন্ড ছিল এটা ভেরিয়েবল এন্ড ধরে নি। So this suppose is a variable end. So this he has shorted here. Okay. Now you tell me between which two terminals we should get the variable voltage, because here we have the input voltage V1. So where we should get the V2, the output voltage?
In the lower 2 points, sir.
But generally we connect like this across. এখানে তুমি বলছো এখানে পাবো, এখানে,
Yes,
but
sir.
this is open circuit, this portion is open, this portion is open, so we have to bring this, we have to bring this down. If we short this, then your this proposition is true. Got my point? এই দুটো টার্মিনাল যে শর্ট হতো তাহলে তোমার প্রপোজিশনটা ঠিক ছিল, কিন্তু that is not shorted.
Yes, yes.
Then first thing is we have to short this. How we can short this? We can short it by an ammeter, because ammeter is just like a short circuit. So by connecting an ammeter, he has shorted these two terminals. At the same time, ammeter, if the current will be forced to flow through ammeter, and ammeter will measure the current. So here now you will get the V2. Got my point? So this is the connection he has made.
Yes, sir.
Here the V2 is available. Now he will short this V2 to the field winding. To the field winding. Okay. So we should write F1, F2 here, not there. Because these are the rheostat F1, F2 and RV. So because this is the rheostat. So this is called the potential divider mode. Okay, and the variable resistance mode I should draw here, because otherwise you will not understand. So these two are the fixed two ends, and connection will be made with this and this. In between you will get this part of the resistance. Only this part of the resistance you will get. Okay. And here which part of the resistance or the voltage you will get in the second circuit? Follow?
second
আর
induction.
F2 ওর থেকে RV এর মধ্যে।
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So this part of the resistance or voltage you will get. So here across these two you will get the V2. Okay, so this is the connections. Let us see whether we have any other part of the connections. Just a minute. So he is connecting two cables across V2, and these two cables will be connected with the field winding terminals of the generator F1 and F2. Field winding terminals of F1 and F2. Have you seen? So this is how the field of the generator is getting excited. And here we will connect the voltmeter to measure the no load voltage or open circuit voltage. Again, you can see the range rating. Here also, you can see the serial number, the maker's name.
160, 300, 600.
140. On 150, 150, 300 and 600.
150, 300 and 600.
These three are the ranges, serial number, maker's name. It's a DC voltmeter. Okay, so that's all. So you just see overall connection again. So this is how the generator field is excited via the potential divider, rheostat, and an ammeter to measure the field current. Okay. So this is the connection. Final connection you can see here. So upper two ends are connected across the fixed two ends of the rheostat. The left cable in the left side, upper side, is connected with the ammeter. So ammeter is connected in series, so it is in line, not across. Okay. Now go to this instruction sheets once again. So I think you have understood the circuit diagram now. If you have any question, you can ask me.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. Now the question is, how do you separate the losses? Okay. Now you see, we'll start not from run 1. Okay. So at the beginning, it is written that the couple the generator with the motor and make the connection as shown in the figure, and observe the nameplate of the machines carefully, though the nameplate is not there. Okay. Now you just go to the run 4 directly. You go to the run 4. Here it is written, excite the generator to obtain the rated voltage on open circuit at the rated speed repeat the procedure of run 3. So forget about the procedure of run 3. You just see the first line. Here it is asked to excite the generator. That means in this run, what we'll do, we will excite the generator and we will run the motor. So all the machine will be operating in this run. Okay. Excite করা মানে জানো তো field winding এর মধ্যে দিয়ে current পাঠান. Excite means flowing the current through the field winding. So field winding of the generator should be excited in this run. Okay, so if that is the case, then what you will get across the generator armature winding, armature terminals A1, A2? বলো, এটা যদি আমরা করি তাহলে কি হবে? জেনারেটর আর্মেচার টার্মিনালে ভোল্টেজ আমরা পাবো তো নাকি পাবো না?
হ্যাঁ স্যার পাবো।
And the
ভিডিও ঘোরাতে হবে।
voltage which will get across the generator armature, what is the expression of that? Can anybody tell me? Just a minute, I will ask somebody. Yash Bajoria. Yash Bajoria.
Yes, sir. Hello.
The voltage which will get across the generator armature terminal, what is the expression of that?
Hello, sir. Can you tell that? Hello.
আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি জেনারেটরের আর্মেচারের অ্যাক্রসে যে ভোল্টেজটা আমরা পাবো, what is the expression of that? Suppose if we get V across the generator armature terminal, what will be the expression of that? Or which parameters is this voltage depends?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Quite obvious. সত্যজিৎ জানা?
Yes, sir.
জানো তুমি
Oh,
জেনারেটরের
sir.
ভোল্টেজ, জেনারেটরের ভোল্টেজ এক্সপ্রেশন জানো?
No, sir.
How have you promoted to third year? I doubt. শঙ্খদীপ ঘোষ? শঙ্খদীপ ঘোষ
Yes, sir.
বলো জেনারেটরের যে ভোল্টেজটা তৈরি হবে তার এক্সপ্রেশন কি?
Sir, I forget, sir.
You see, I have given all this total class in recording mode. Who are not giving answers, that means they are not at all prepared for this particular experiment. You people are so casual that today experiments you but didn't know at the morning. Therefore, you don't have any preparation for this experiment. You just got the link and you just joined, just like that. And you don't know even Unfortunately, most of you don't know this expression at all. তোমরা কিভাবে ভালো সিজিপিএ পেয়ে উঠছো, now it is clear to all of us. এবার থেকে যাতে সেটা না হয়, we have to make some arrangement for that. Okay, so here basically we have two parameters which is not variable at all, because the number of armature conductors and number of parallel paths, these two are the constants or called parameters. Now variables are here too. The flux is one variable and speed is another variable. Okay, now this flux we can change by field excitation, field current. That means this current. So this is your field current for the generator. Okay, so by varying this voltage, we can vary this field current. By varying this field current, we can vary this flux. But we would not vary this flux for this particular experiment. What we'll do, we'll change the speed only. So this is the thing which will now let us see what is given in the instruction sheets. Accordingly, we have to follow. Okay, so run 3 repeat করার কথা বলা হয়েছে। run 3 মানে run 2 repeat করার কথা। run 2 তে কি বলা হয়েছে দেখো, what is given in the run 2? The speed of the motor you have to vary. So see these points. Vary the speed of the motor below the rated speed by its armature resistance, keeping field current absolutely constant. So that means we have to vary the speed only, not the field current. So that means here also we will vary in the run 4, we have to vary the speed, not the flux. Okay. And what is the relation between the speed and the generated voltage? What kind of relation generally we get from that expression? If we plot voltage versus speed, what kind of curve we should get?
A linear curve.
So it will be a linear curve because all the things are constant here. It is just a linear relation. Okay, so we should get this type of curve. Now that is the run 4. Okay. run 4 এর পরে আমরা কি করব? run 3 টা। run 3 তে কি আছে? Replace the generator of the branch. So here we'll do the opposite because we are going in the opposite direction. Okay, what we'll do, বলো তো কি করব আমরা এবার? Okay, so we want to separate the core loss. So how we can?
A1 এর সাথে আর A1 টা A2 এর সাথে।
না, আমরা এখানে কোর লসটাকে সেপারেট করব one by one. First we'll separate the core loss. How we can do that?
Open circuit or short circuit?
বলো। Okay, so let us see whether we have any video on that. Okay. So what we'll do, actually we will withdraw the excitation of the generator. Got my point? We'll draw the excitation of the generator. By that we can get the core loss out. Got it? বুঝতে পেরেছো?
নো স্যার মানে একটু এক্সপ্লেন করবেন কিভাবে?
এখানে তাহলে ফার্স্ট থেকে তোমরা একবার পড়ে এসো। অল দিস রান ইউ জাস্ট read out correctly. Derive the generator unexcited near the rated speed for about half an hour to get the steady temperature and efficient lubrication of the bearing. So that is the standard run. So we generally run the machine for half an hour before starting all this experiment. Okay, it's to stabilize the temperature and lubrication. Okay, the next run, while running, lift the generator brushes off the commutators and vary the speed of the motor above and below the rated speed by its armature resistance, only keeping its field current absolutely constant. Speed should not exceed 125 of the rated speed. Note and record the armature input to the motor with the corresponding speed. Okay, তাহলে প্রথম রানে বললো যে মেশিনটাকে হাফ অ্যান আওয়ার চালাতে, তারপর বললো যে মানে জেনারেটরের ব্রাশ গুলোকে তুলে ফেলতে। ওকে, থার্ড রানে কি বলছে? রিপ্লেস দ্য জেনারেটর ব্রাশ অন দ্য কম্যুটেটর and repeat the procedure in run 2. Okay, in the third run there will be brushes in the generator, but there will be no excitation. Excitation এর কথা এখনো বলা হয়নি, বুঝতে পেরেছো? That means what? That means generator is intact
এখানে স্যার যে
but
সেকেন্ড
dancing.
এখানে স্যার যে সেকেন্ড রানে যে বলেছে only keeping its field current absolutely constant, so excitation না দেওয়া হলে field current টা আসবে কোথায়?
এটা মোটরের কথা বলছে। This is for the motor. Actually, what we are suggesting will vary the speed of the motor. Now, speed of the motor can be varied either varying the field flux or varying the armature voltage on the motor side. তাই না? তাহলে মোটর সাইডে আমরা কি করছি? এখানে ফিল্ড কারেন্টটা চেঞ্জ করছি না, আর্মেচার রেজিস্ট্যান্স দিয়ে মোটরের স্পিডটা কন্ট্রোল করছি। মানে আমাদের তো মোটরের এখানে মেইন হচ্ছে একটা রানে আমাদের স্পিডটাকে কন্ট্রোল করতে হবে। ইন এভরি রান উইল কন্ট্রোল দ্য স্পিড অনলি। Speed means what? Speed means here the speed is basically the speed of the motor. Okay, and motor is here basically the prime mover for the generator, which is giving the mechanical energy to the generator. Now, speed of the motor can be controlled either by controlling the resistance in the armature of the motor, or can be controlled by controlling the resistance in the field of the motor. So, the field টাকে আমরা এখানে টাচ করছি না, শুধু আর্মেচার রেজিস্ট্যান্সটাকে কন্ট্রোল করে আর মোটরের স্পিডটাকে কন্ট্রোল করছি। That is the concept.
Okay, sir.
So therefore it is written there. Not about this field is not generator field. Generator field সম্বন্ধে এখানে কিছু বলা হয়নি till now. Up to run 2 or 3, nothing is mentioned about the generator field. So in run 3, the brushes will be installed. Okay. So brushes will be installed, but the generator field will not be excited. আমরা যখন আগে run 4 টা করেছি না, run 4 means there is a brush in its own position in the generator and also it is excited. Okay, so in the run 3 what we will do? We will stop the excitation for the generator. Will not give any excitation. So okay, so then what will be developed in the generator? Only the residual voltage. Okay, and that means there will be no core loss, because here the field is not excited. Okay, so if the field is not excited, there will be no core loss in the generator because flux is minimum. Okay, so flux reversal will be there, but it is minimum. So that means we can expect that in the run 3, if we do the same thing, except the generator field is not excited, then we'll not get any core loss. In this way, we can separate the core loss out. তাহলে আগের run 4 এর reading power reading টা থাকে, if we have the power reading for the run 4 and run 3, if we subtract
Yes, sir. Minus
run
core loss
3 from run 4, then we can separate the core loss out. Okay. Then in the run 2, আমরা 4 থেকে 2, 3 থেকে 2 দিকে যাচ্ছি। Now in run 2, what we will do? We will okay, so we'll move the brush out from its position. মানে ব্রাশটাকে আমরা মানে যেখানে লাগানো থাকে সেখান থেকে আমরা রিমুভ করে দেব। কিভাবে রিমুভ করব দেখো। By the brush holder. Okay, so this brush is made up of graphite, electrographite. So we are removing the brush from the spring. So this is the spring যেটা আমি বলছিলাম, which maintains 1 kg force pressure. So we are removing the brush from it. All the 4 brushes will remove. In this way, we can avoid the brush friction losses. The same run will repeat, but here we will not have any brush friction loss. Again, in this way, we can separate the brush friction loss out. Got it?
Yes, sir. Understood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
এই ব্রাশটাকে এখানে তুলে ফেলতে, এই যে কার্বন ব্রাশ,
Yes, sir. Run 3 minus run 2 করলে আমরা brush loss-টা পেয়ে যাব।
ব্রাশ
মানে
ফ্রিকশন
brush friction loss-টা পেয়ে। Yes.
অফ করে দিচ্ছি।
স্যার
বল।
স্যার বলছি রান 4 থেকে রান 3 এর ওখানটা একবার বুঝলাম না।
দাঁড়াও। Run 4 we have excited the generator field winding, and run 3 we don't excite, we are not exciting the generator field winding. So that is the difference. Other runs are same. We'll vary the speed and we'll take all the meter readings. বুঝতে পেরেছো? Run 4 আর run 3 এর মধ্যে ডিফারেন্সটা হচ্ছে run 4 এ
জেনারেটরের সাথে এক্সাইটেশনটা থাকবে না,
করা থাকবে, run 3 তে জেনারেটর ফিল্ডটা এক্সাইট করা থাকবে না। এটা হচ্ছে ডিফারেন্স। এবার বলো।
ওকে।
এবার জেনারেটরের ফিল্ডটা যদি এক্সাইট না করি, তাহলে জেনারেটর ফ্লাক্স will be very minimum, only the residual flux is very minimum, only 2% of the flux. So in that flux we can have some flux reversal, but that is very small. So that means your eddy current and the hysteresis loss will be minimum, core loss will be minimum for the generator. Got it? So that means from 4 to 2, sorry, 4 to 3, we are separating the core loss out. From 3 to 2, we are separating the brush friction loss out. What are the loss? What are the loss left? আর কি লস আছে দেখো?
Windage loss and the bearing
loss. Windage bearing loss. So windage bearing loss মানে হচ্ছে it's a mechanical loss, isn't it? So now we have to first uncouple the motor and generator to find out that mechanical losses. Okay, so you just see run 5. Run 5, uncouple the motor from the generator. That is the speed. So in this way, we can separate the mechanical losses out. because if it is uncoupled, then the okay. So when generator was running without any field excitation, without any armature current, then what kind of losses are there in the DC machine? There is no field current, no field copper loss, no armature copper loss, no brush friction loss, no
Windage
other
loss.
losses, core losses. Then
Windage
only
loss
the windage and
and the
bearing
bearing
friction
friction
losses
loss.
was there.
Yes, sir.
Got my point? So up to run 1, run 2, run 2 তে যখন আমরা লাস্ট রানটা নিয়েছি তখন কোন লসটা ছিল? Only the mechanical losses, windage and bearing friction losses. Okay, to remove that out, what you have to do, we have to remove the generator total setup itself. So therefore we are mechanically uncoupling the motor from the generator from the motor itself. So thereby we are separating the mechanical losses out, or windage and bearing friction losses out. Okay, and so these are the readings. How to calculate all these losses is given in the next part. In the run 4, you have to measure the armature and all the resistances. So these resistances will be required to calculate the copper losses. Okay, so measure the armature resistance of the generator on the motor. Can you tell me what is the method by which we generally measure the armature resistance? What is the standard method? By using a voltmeter and meter method. Okay, so you have that you had that experiment in first year. So what you have to do, you have to connect some load box. You have to flow some current through the armature, and then you have to measure current and voltage drop. So voltage drop divided by the current flowing through the armature, that will give you the resistance. You will have to take a number of readings and then you have to average it out. So in this way we measure the armature resistance of the generator and the field. So we should get identical because they are basically the identical machine. Okay, so here you should remember the current should be at least 60% of the rated current, not below that. Above that you can take any reading, not below 60% of the rated current. So these are the things by which you should read this carefully, how we are separating all these losses. Okay, and these are the curves you have to draw. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask me. You have already 1.5 hours over, so you just tell me if you have any question.
রিপোর্টে স্যার যে কি কি লিখতে হবে একটু একবার বলুন।
রিপোর্টটা এখানে রিপোর্ট পার্ট ইজ গিভেন। ও রিপোর্ট পার্টটা কি চলে গেল? আচ্ছা ভুলে গেছি। রিপোর্ট পার্টে ক্যালকুলেশন গুলো আছে। You have to draw all these calculations. Okay, so the data in the following tabular format for run 4. এটা বললাম প্রথমে run 4 দিয়ে শুরু করবে। Okay, run 4, then run 3, then run 2, then run 5. So this is the order. পরে এই টেবিলগুলো দেখাবে প্রথমে সব। টেবিলগুলো দেখানোর পরে এই ক্যালকুলেশন গুলো করতে হবে। ক্যালকুলেশন হয়ে গেলে এই গ্রাফগুলো করতে হবে। You draw the following curves for the generator that you have to. So you have to submit it by 21st, okay, 28th, not 21st. By next Monday, you have to submit the report.
ওকে স্যার। অ্যাপারেটাস লিস্ট ওগুলো স্যার লিখতে হবে তো, মানে স্যার যে প্রথমে যেভাবে রিপোর্ট লেখার মতো।
হ্যাঁ, যেভাবে বলে দিলাম যেগুলো পেয়েছো এখান থেকে এক্সপেরিমেন্ট থেকে সেগুলো তোমরা দেবে। আর এখানে খুব সম্ভবত মেশিনের নেম প্লেট গুলো তোমরা দেখতে পাওনি। মেশিনের নেম প্লেট গুলো দেখি যদি মেশিনের নেম প্লেট গুলোর ইমেজ পাঠানো যায় জাস্ট আ মিনিট so this is the coupling in this two. This is the basically pin coupling. So this is how we are uncoupling two machines. Right side one is the generator, DC generator, and the left side is the DC motor. Still they are rotating. Okay, now they are rotating separately. So that means they have decoupled. Are you getting? You see, it is rotating, but that means they are rotating separately. They have decoupled. So this is how we decouple the mixture. Okay. ঠিক আছে, বোঝা গেল? বলো এবার তোমাদের কিছু ডাউট থাকলে বলো। Anything?
Sir, the data will be provided by you, sir.
The data I will provide. The data for this all these runs I will provide it.
And the motor nameplate
Along with
and generator.
and the motor nameplate, motor rating also. I'm just trying to provide you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, so Vidipto, I think you have taken the attendance.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sample questions you only have to answer. So sample questions you have sample questions are given in that instruction sheet. Okay, so for now you cannot you may not furnish all these answers for the sample question because that is for you actually for to be prepared for the Viva question. Okay, so you may or may not furnish all these question answers in your report. You may skip that. Okay, so thank you then.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I'm just ending the meeting here. Thank you.